Now in cash flow statement, okay, that is lesson number 6, page number 285, question number 15, that is a practical sum which is based on operating activity, so it is omitted. Next, question number 16, which is again based on operating activity, so this is also omitted. Question number 17, operating activity, so please omit this also. Now question number 18 we will be doing, that is from the following given information calculate cash flow from investing activities. Okay, the details is given to you like this. Clear? Now see, first of all we will be preparing, that is like this. Question number 18, statement of cash inflow from investing activities. Okay, just write down cash flow, statement of cash flow from investing activity. Okay, do not write down inflow, because this we will decide at the end that whether it is inflow or outflow. Fine, so you will write down only this much. This I by mistake wrote, that is statement of cash flow from investing activities. Clear? Then particulars and amount, round about 5 to 6 lines you prepare this. Okay, particulars, amount, that is in rupees. Clear? Now we will be seeing the first activity. See, sale of non-current investment. First of all, investment is an asset. Okay, when you are selling it, the cash is coming in the business. Okay, so this is your inflow. As it is inflow, you will write down that is 88,000, just like this. Okay, that is a positive figure. So here we will write down that is sale of non-current investment. Okay, as you are selling, you will receive the cash. As you are receiving the cash, it will be inflow. So directly a positive figure you will write down like this, that is 88,000. Fine. Next is, that is purchase of land. Land is again an asset. Okay, you are purchasing, so cash is going from you, it will be an outflow. So this is inflow, this is outflow. Okay, as it is outflow, you will write down this amount in the bracket. Okay, that is 1,48,000. So here purchase of land, okay, the amount is 1,48,000, it is outflow. So in bracket you will write down 1,48,000 like this. Okay, because it is an outflow. Next is purchase of machine. Again, machine is an asset, you have purchased it, so again this is an outflow for you. As it is outflow, you will write down this amount 98,000 in bracket. Fine. So next we will write down that is purchase of machine, it is outflow, so in the bracket 98,000. Fine, like this. Then see next, that is sale of furniture. See, again furniture is an asset, you have sold. As you have sold, you will receive the cash. As you are receiving cash, this is inflow. As this is inflow, no bracket. Okay, so amount is 45,000. So here we will write down that is sale of furniture. Fine, it is inflow, so no bracket, that is 45,000. Fine, like this, 45,000. Then dividend received on investment. See, on investment, so on asset you are receiving something. Okay, as you are receiving, this is your inflow. Okay, so here 40,000, no bracket we will put, just we will simply write down like that only. So here dividend received, fine, on investment. Okay, see, this is inflow. Okay, 40,000, so no bracket, so directly here we will write down that is 40,000. Fine, no bracket. Paid for goodwill. See, directly they have written it is paid. If it is write off on goodwill, you are not supposed to record. Okay, again I am repeating, paid for goodwill we will record. If it is said write off on goodwill, then we won't record it. Okay, so as it is paid, goodwill is an intangible asset, so it is outflow. Okay, as it is outflow, the amount will be coming, that is 32,000 in the bracket. Okay, so here we will write down paid for goodwill. Fine, the amount is 32,000, it is outflow, so in bracket we will write down that is 32,000. Okay, now see, on calculator we will do the calculation. Okay, see, first 88,000 is positive, so 88,000, then minus, as it is in bracket, so minus, so put here also minus sign, 1,48,000. again there is bracket, so again minus 98,000, then plus, so plus 45,000, again plus 40,000. now it is bracket, so minus 32,000. so at the end you are getting C in minus. Okay, so here you will write down the amount also in bracket, that is 1,05,000. as the amount you are getting here in minus, so here you will write down minus. Okay, that is bracket. And here now you will write down, that is, see, as it is minus, so it is cash outflow. Okay, if suppose you are getting the answer in positive, then here you will write down cash inflow. Here as you are getting the answer in negative, so bracket, and here you will write down cash outflow from investing activities. Okay, so this will be the sum which will be asked in your board exam for 4 marks. Okay, that is in section D. Okay, so 4 marks will be carrying for this sum. Hope the sum is clear in your mind. Okay, now see, in this particular sum, that is question number 18, I forgot to discuss this. Okay, that is issue of share. See, this is your liability. Okay, and here in investing activity we are only concerned with assets. Fine, so this won't be recorded. Fine, that is issue of shares. Same way, redemption of debenture. Debenture is again a liability, and for liability we are not going to see here in investment activity, so we are least concerned with this. Loan borrowed. Okay, you have taken a loan. Again, this is your liability. As it is liability, we are not supposed to see this. So these 3 items you are not supposed to take into the amount. For these 3 items you are not supposed to take into calculation. You are supposed to take into calculation only till here, which is an asset for you, that is paid for goodwill. So from here till here you will be taking into consideration. The last 3 items you are not going to take into consideration for this particular sum. Okay, now we are moving on to the next sum, that is question number 19. From the following giving details, calculate cash flow from investing activities. So here we have drawn the format, that is question number 19, statement of cash flow from investing activities. Here we will write down, that is particulars. Okay, amount, that is in rupees. Fine, now see, plant and machinery. Okay, see, plant and machinery, here there are 2 years they have given, that is 31st/3/2016 and 31st/3/2017. First of all, plant and machinery is an asset, so we are supposed to see this. Okay, I was having 7,20,000 in 16 and now it has become 9,20,000. See, previously it was 7,20,000, now it is 9,20,000. so what happened, this is increased. Okay, my plant and machinery is increased. So if it is increased, what I might have done, I might have purchased it. Okay, so here what I have done, I have purchased plant and machinery. See, what is the difference, 7,20,000 and 9,20,000? so it is of 2 lakh. Okay, so I have purchased the plant and machinery for 2 lakh. Now you will think whether it is inflow or outflow. See, as you have purchased, asset is coming but cash is going. So this is outflow activity for you. Is this clear? So here what you will write down, now here you will write down, that is purchase of plant and machinery. Okay, see, previously it was 7,20,000, now it has become 9,20,000. so the difference is known as purchase. So here there will be, that is 2 lakh, and as it is outflow we will put the amount in the bracket. Clear? Next, depreciation fund on plant and machinery. See, plant and machinery is an asset but depreciation fund is your liability. It is one type of provision. Okay, so as this is liability, okay, because depreciation fund is provision for you. Okay, so this is liability, we are least bothered with liability in investing activity, so we are not going to take this depreciation into consideration. Okay, next is goodwill. Now see, goodwill is an intangible asset. Okay, Here the amount of goodwill, previously it was 95,000, now it is been 90,000. See, this value of goodwill is reduced, okay, and reduced amount of intangible asset we are treating it as write-off, okay, and write-off are not to be taken into consideration, okay. See, here you have just simply written off. In special activities you have seen, that is when you are writing off any asset, okay, or depreciation fund, that are not taken into consideration because these are non-cash expenses, okay. What is this both? That is write-off goodwill or depreciation fund. These are your non-cash expenses and these are not to be recorded. Fine. So again, this goodwill is an intangible asset. Previously it was 95,000, now it is 90,000, so it is known as write-off, and for write-off we are not going to give any entry. So this also you are not supposed to take into consideration. Next is patent. See, patent, again it is an intangible asset. See, what is the value? Here it is 1,30,000 and here it is 70,000, okay. So see, 1,30,000 and 70. Again the amount is reduced. See, in the year 2016 it was 1,30,000 and now in 2017 it is reduced, okay, to up to 70%. So see, here it is reduced, okay. We can treat it as write-off, but see, here there is a line. Some of the patents were sold during the year. So this reduction is because of sold. If this reduction would be of write-off, then again we would not give any entry for patent. But here they have given the instruction that some of the patents we have sold during the year. So this is not your write-off. Is this clear? Again, everyone, goodwill was write-off, so we have not recorded. If patent, this line is not there, then this also we will treat it as write-off. हम इसको भी राइट ऑफ ट्रीट करेंगे और इसको भी रिकॉर्ड नहीं करेंगे. बट हियर दे हैव गिवन अ लाइन दैट इट इज सोल्ड एंड दस इट इज नॉट अ राइट ऑफ. एंड एज इट इज सोल्ड, व्हेन यू आर सेलिंग, you are receiving the cash, so it is an inflow for you, okay. So here this amount, the difference of whatever 130 minus 70, okay, so that will be, you are getting that as 130 minus 70, the difference is coming to 60,000, okay. So here the difference of 60,000 will be treated as inflow. I hope the things are clear. 130 it was previously, now it has become 70, so the difference is of 60,000. This difference is due to selling of some of the patents, so thus it will be treated as inflow. Fine. So here we will write down that is sale of patent. As it is inflow, we will write down directly that is 60,000, okay. Next is C, investment, okay. So in investment, what they have done, see, 10% investment. Again, investment is an asset, we have to record the assets. So previously it was 2,70,000, now it is 95,000. See, it is reduced, okay. Here also the investment is reduced. As it is reduced, it is sold, okay. So by how much it is reduced? So see, 2,70,000 and now it is 95,000. So 2,70,000 minus 95,000, it is reduced by 1,75,000, okay. Here we are getting 1,75,000 and it is reduced, so it is known as that is sold, okay. So some of the investment are sold during the year. So here we will write down that is sale of 10% investment. As this is sold, so it is inflow, okay. When you are selling the investment, you get the cash. Cash is coming in the business, so it is inflow. As it is inflow, we won't put the amount in the bracket. So directly here 1,75,000. Fine. Then general reserve. See, general reserve is a liability and we are not considered with liability, so no entry. Profit and loss account. Again, this is your, we will be putting that is on liability side, okay. Then equity share capital. Again, this is also your liability. Bank loan is also your liability. Current liability, here also this is your liability. Interest received on investment. See, investment is an asset and on that if you are receiving investment, receiving interest, then it is inflow for you, okay. As this is inflow for you, we will record it, okay. So here we will record that is interest received on investment. Fine. how much interest you have received? So you have received, that is 18,000. This is inflow, so no need to keep the bracket. And one more thing, see here, profit and loss account. Okay, here previously it was 40,000 and now it is increased to 60,000. So this is not your asset, it is your liability, because it is increasing, so profit. Okay, see, this you have learned. Okay, that is, this is your credit balance of profit and loss account. Sometimes there is debit balance also, that is to be recorded on asset side, but that will rarely come to you. Okay, that is, if here it is 60 and here it is 40, then there is loss. Okay, so that might be recorded, but here as it is 40,000 here and here it is 60,000, so here your profit is in this amount is increased, so this is your profit, and when it is on profit, it is coming on liability side. Okay, so it is not to be recorded. See, you have learned in admission and retirement sums, sometimes profit and loss is given on liability side and sometimes profit and loss is given on asset side. Okay, if it is on asset side, then we have to record, but here they have not mentioned like this. Okay, here what they have mentioned, it is increased, so it is your profit. As it is profit, it will be recorded on liability side and not on asset side. So now see, all the items got over. Now here we are just supposed to do the total. See, the first balance is in bracket, that is 2 lakh. Okay, minus 2 lakh. See, as this is in bracket, we will put here minus and then 2 lakh, then plus 60,000, plus 1,75,000 and plus 18,000. Okay, what you are getting? You are getting the answer in plus, that is 53,000. So here you will write down 53,000. Okay, as this answer is in plus, so here you will write down, that is cash inflow from investing activities. Okay, so this is your answer. So just remember, when the answer is in negative, you will put, that is, the answer is in bracket, that is negative, so outflow. When it is in positive, then it will be cash inflow. Okay, so this is the solution of question number 18 and 19, which you have to do from the exercise portion. Okay, that is the exercise which is given. There are still 2 or 3 illustrations which we'll be seeing in the next video. Okay, but from exercise you are supposed to do only this 2 sum, that is question number 18 and 19. In the upcoming video we will be seeing the illustrations of this chapter with investing activities. Hope the things are clear in your mind.